to do it. Talk about physical activity in terms of mental health. So we've been in this pandemic. I have pandemic fatigue like none other.
I have Zoom fatigue. I'm just like, whoo, Lord, the Zoom.
Girl. And then we had the nerve to kick off virtual brunches every month. And I was like, so wait. And it's so funny because people who are doing them, everybody's really excited. We're super excited. We love Brunch with Eden. Absolutely love it. Can't wait to like open it up to the general public from a virtual standpoint. But then at the same time, we're like, well, we have to work with our community and make sure we're still getting our message out and cascading the things that the brand wants to share, right? Yeah. So I think from that standpoint, again, we're trying to keep community as much as we can and humanize and stay, you know, very human in relation to people. So from a physical activity standpoint, again, let's tap into mental health because people say, you know, running helps, right? Running helps de-stress them. So what's your take on the impact of exercising on your mental health?
Well, it plays a huge part for me. I feel like I can do anything after I complete a workout. I don't know what it is. It's all the endorphins. And it's like, you may talk yourself out of a workout and then you do it and you're like, I can do anything. Like, I'm so incredible. And so it's just, I mean, it's crazy because it's like, you can really talk yourself out of it. And when you finally do it and you finish it and you complete it and you feel so good about yourself, that really does give you a boost. Like, it gives you some like self-esteem, you know, self-acceptance. You just feel so proud of yourself. I know when the pandemic wasn't a thing, I loved just being around people working out. So group fitness was like my favorite thing to do, and just the energy of everybody working out together, and, you know, you seeing someone struggling, but you know, hyping them up and like getting them to work a little bit harder. That whole team effort, that just really helps me. And I always looked at fitness as being a social exercise or a social experience. So being around people, getting the energy of others just boosts me mentally. It makes me feel so much happier. So yeah, exercise is it for me. I love it.
Apparently, I mean, you started a whole like program, business, and everything around it, right? And it's so interesting to me that it plays right into your philanthropic areas and your volunteerism as well. It's like a natural extension of who you are. So what are some of your most frequently asked questions, other than the questions that we're asking you when people say, you know, Aeshia, fitness, like what do people ask the most of you or PrettyGirlsSweat?
Well, first, I always tell everyone this because it's common that everybody calls me Aeshia, but it's really Aeshia.
Oh,
yeah,
I saw that.
It's so funny. You know, I always tell everyone that my name is it's the remix to Aeshia. It's the remix. But growing up, I loved to be called Aeshia because the song Aeshia was one of my favorite songs, and I wanted them to be singing to me. So I was like, that's my name, that's my name. But my dad used to be like, girl, you know that's not your name. Your name is Aeshia.
Wait, and I'm so mad because I looked at your Instagram profile and I was like, I'm done because it says pronouns.
No, it's all good. It's a common mistake. Like, I actually was named after Stevie Wonder's daughter, who is Aeshia. But my dad just thought like, hey, let me make it difficult for her for the rest of her life and just change the pronunciation. So I blame him. It's all good.
He just want people to go around saying, hey.
But no, back to the question. Wait, what was the question again? So
okay, most asked questions.
Yeah.
That it may not be one. It's just, what do you find that people ask you the most about when it comes to fitness and, you know, putting together a routine or a regimen for fitness?
Yeah. So number one, I think when we post anything pretty much on like our social media platforms, like the number one question I always get is how many reps? And I'm always like, hey, what it says on the thing. And they're like, oh, so do exactly what it says. And I feel like sometimes people get reps, like rep-based workouts mixed up with like time-based workouts. And sometimes I actually like time-based workouts better, where like you just take a certain amount of time and you just do an exercise for that period of time. So whether it's 30 seconds that you're doing, you know, sit-ups or push-ups or whatever, and you do as many as you can within that amount of time. And the reason why I like doing that, instead of telling you exactly how many reps to do, because either A, you may do more, because since it's time, you're motivated to go a little bit harder, push a little bit faster. Or it's just, you do what you can without giving up. You know, I feel like if someone feels like, oh, I have to do 20, I can't do 20, then you feel defeated. It's really not about you feeling defeated. It's about you just doing something for a certain period of time and accomplishing that goal. So that way you get a little break and then you try again after.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So some people are time people and some people are reps people, and you kind of got to figure out where you fit. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So what else do people,
they always want to know like what music to listen to, because to me, I feel like music is just a soundtrack to an incredible, successful workout. Like if you don't have the right soundtrack, like I can walk into a fitness class and if the music is not right, I'll be like this after the church workout. Like, I'm not saying I can't do it because it will mess me up. Like I cannot deal with bad music. I just can't. So yeah, I always get asked like, what playlist do you recommend? So we have a Spotify account too, PrettyGirlsSweat. And we always like,
you know what? I am actually gonna turn that on because so my husband has the best music ever on his phone because he's like into beats and music. Used to work in the industry, so his playlist is lit. Every time we in a car on a road trip, it's like we singing at the top of our lungs, and I'm posting it on stories and sharing it. Now you get in my phone, you like Mariah Carey. Like how can I? Wait,
sometimes Mariah is good. Sometimes Mariah not.
Wait, I love her, but I'm just saying, like, my daughter's in my phone. She's like, so you need my music. Like, she's telling me I need her music. She's 14. I need, because, and then we get in the run class, and I realize the key to the endurance part for me is music. It's the motivator, as like Pieces of C said it perfectly here. Music is the motivator. So I totally think you find your rhythm when you find your playlist, if that makes sense. Like you find your rhythm when you find your playlist. So we're going to make sure we put some of your playlists in our upcoming email blast because we want to keep people motivated during a pandemic. And music isn't just for motivating fitness. I think some people can work to music. I can't always do that. Sometimes can. Depends on what creative mode I'm in. Yeah. But I also think music when you're cooking. Sometimes my kids and I, we dance on Saturday mornings while we're cleaning. So I think music definitely does a lot for your soul. Okay, hey, let me find out. So yeah, so with that said, what's your favorite exercise to do to that playlist?
Oh, so be exhausted and the right song will come on, like a trap song, or like it could be like Master P for like back in the day. I don't know. Whatever turns me like to the next, level, I love it. So I like to do that. I love to do YouTube workouts that are super hard and short. So like 10-minute, 15-minute, 20-minute workouts that feel like I've been working out for an hour. I'd rather do that than just like working out for like an hour really slow because I can't.
So high intensity. High intensity, high impact.
Yes.
So, all right. So do you have to warm up for high intensity and high impact, or is there a warm up in there as well?
No, there's really not a warm up in there. So you do need to kind of warm up a little bit on your own and then stretch afterwards. And then you can even like search for that on YouTube too, like 5-minute warm up or like, cool down, that kind of thing. So you can just do that. But the 10 minutes, it starts and it's like, boom.
I might try that. So I'm not Catholic or anything that practices like Ash Wednesday and stuff like that. But since it starts tomorrow for Lent, every now and then I'm always like, okay, so you can give up sweet tea. You can give up all the bread that has become your best friend. You can start something. Like I try to always start something versus totally giving up something. Because I find if I focus on starting something, some of the things that I want to give up kind of go by the wayside and I don't have to focus on the give up so much. So it doesn't feel like such a big sacrifice because I'm spending so much time and energy trying to start better habits of different things. Like, my workout, I kept saying, oh, when the baby's 6 months. Yeah, that didn't work. We in a pandemic, ain't no sitters. I got these kids at home in virtual school. Then I was like, oh, when the baby's a year. So that was January. And I told my husband, I was like, winter bodies are made in the summer. So if we gonna be going on vacation, I guess I better step up my game. So I was really looking forward to our conversation just because I feel like if I don't kickstart after this, it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to commit to doing something over here.
Okay, I have something for you.
Okay.
So right now at PrettyGirlsSweat, we're doing a Fab Ab February challenge. It's 26 days of just like little tiny like ab workouts. And it starts off so easy. Okay. It's a little bit more difficult as you go along, but the whole goal is to remain consistent. Okay. So I know you can do this. I believe in you. You can do this. Okay. So I'm going to give you the calendar.
I can start 26 days tomorrow, and
you
I'm
can
gonna check in. I'm gonna actually post a picture, and I never post like unprofessional pictures from like, but I'm gonna post a very nice, no, I do. I post random pictures on myself, but I'm going to post a picture of me day one.
Okay.
In a cute, you know, I got a full body fitness, whatever those cute sweatsuits are that everybody was buying all during the pandemic. I got one of those cute ones. Okay. I'm going to post that so everybody can see me. And then I'm posting at the end, I'm going to wear something little so y'all can be like, okay.
I love it.
All right, so people say they're going to start with me. Okay, they signing up. April signing up. Let me see who else signing up. Jessie Monroe signing up. Yay. That challenge. Oh, Courtney Girl says the challenge is getting real. Those plans are killing it. So we going in. In fact, we going in so much that we gonna put it on our feed and do some progress checks.
Yay!
Yes, we going in. We're going in. All right. So, and what's crazy is, you know what? I hope that my team is watching, because maybe what we'll do, instead of on our feed, I think it would be more fun. We have like a text list, you know, SMS. We should send it out to them so they can sign up. So you make sure you get that information to me or Brianna. I don't know how they're going to do it, but prove it to me. And maybe I'll give out some $26 gift cards. I don't know if we have a dollar gift card, but I think, you know, we're going to make it fun. I'm going to give y'all some incentives. You get some hair products right around spring.
All that.
Right.
Now that's an incentive. Yes.
Yeah. So people who are on this live tonight, you make sure you let us know that you're signing up for the fitness challenge, and then we're gonna reward you accordingly. So yeah. All right. So yeah, we'll have to do a post just so we can track people in the comments or something like that. So we'll figure it out. But we'll do it. All right, so I'm signing up. Do I sign up on your website, or is it on IG? Where do I sign up?
So you can go to prettygirlsweat.com/fab-February for like all the downloadable calendars and everything. But if you want us to send you reminders every single day, like do your push-ups, then you just join our like text line.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be sitting there like, dang it, I ain't opening that message until I know I'm gonna get on my knees or on the floor and do some planks or do some sit-ups. So I will not open it until then. So okay, I'm in.
Awesome.
I'm in. Folks are like, where do we sign up? I'm down. Signing up. All right.
Yep.
So, what's gonna be my motivation? What are my tips to stay motivated during this 26-day challenge?
So many. Okay, so number one, you're going to stay motivated because you said it in front of all these people that you're going to do it. So they're going to hold you accountable. That's number one.
Okay. Accountability. I got it.
Yes. Number two, I always tell everyone, if you want to stay motivated, you have to figure out your why. And your why can be a variety of things. So it can be, hey, I just want to look good. You know, that could be your why, but how long will that sustain your, fitness journey? And so for me, my why has always been, I want to just be a good example for my kids. So if you're a mom and, you want to remain healthy so you can see your kids grow up, you can see your kids through every single stage of their lives, do it for them, get healthy for them. So that will motivate you in a different way than just doing it for vanity, because you already know how moms feel about their kids. It's
yeah. My husband and I say that. So wait, can my husband do the 26?
He better do it with you. He better be right there with you doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because a couple that sweats together stays together. So he needs to do it with you.
There you go. Yes. All right, y'all. So ladies, whoever's following us, make sure your boo things, your husband, your significant others, or your girlfriends, whoever it is, make sure they're doing it with you. Accountability partners are so big. And I think it's a great way to do something together during the pandemic that doesn't feel like, oh, I'm watching TV, I'm watching a movie. Everything doesn't have to be together. So I think some days you go, let's do it together on Mondays, because you never skip a Monday, right? Never miss a Monday. So when I start working out, when I'm on these like solid workouts, and I was doing them straight all the way through till I got pregnant, and then that unfortunately stopped that. But I had a saying, never miss a Monday. So I would every time my husband was like, I would just crawl out of bed. I was like, I'm not going to miss Monday. Monday I have to do. So that was sorry. I might miss Tuesday and Wednesday and come back Thursday and Friday. But I'm definitely not missing Monday. I just feel like it would start my week off. And Mondays I do a lot of admin and service type of things. I don't take any calls. Monday, I'm like, let me set up my week for success.
Yes.
And so I felt like exercise was a part of that mentally as well as physically for me. So
I love to kind of take that to like the first day of the month as well. Like I don't like to miss a workout on the first day of the month. And so I also like to do like 7 days of something in the beginning of a month. Like just give myself a 7-day challenge, because that kind of sets the tone for the rest of the month.
Okay.
Like starting off fresh, starting off new.
All right. so I'm gonna remember that. So March 1st is on a Monday. It's the day after our virtual brunch. So Lord, I gotta eat good, and then turn around Monday. I'm gonna say y'all thank you. I'm gonna say I just worked out thanks to.
Hey, Aeshia, you got it.
Hey, Aeshia. Thank you. I love you. Have my back. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that.
I got you, girl.
All right. So our fitness journey, and we're really excited. We're staying motivated because we have an accountability partner. We're reminding ourselves of our why. I think we get going. Mm-hmm. How do we avoid the rut? Because the rut comes. It comes with jobs. It comes with relationships. Mm-hmm. So surely it's going to come with fitness too.
Oh, yeah.
So then what happens? It could be it's time for me to switch up my routine, but what if I don't know what to switch to? That's always the struggle, I think, with a lot of people is like, I enjoy running. Like, do I now power walk in Central Park, or do I take up bike riding? Like, what do I do when I hit that slump?
Yeah. Well, first thing I say is, don't give up. And sometimes everyone feels like if I don't do, like I said, that 60-minute workout every day or 4 days a week, I'm a failure. I failed. So forget it. I'm not doing anything. And the goal is to cast a vote for yourself as a person who is active all the time.
Cast a vote for yourself.
Cast a vote.
I like that, girl. Let me write that down. Cast a vote for yourself.
Because whether you work out for 60 minutes or whether you just put on your shoes and you do something for 10 minutes, you still are a person who works out. So I think if we think of it like that, like, okay, I'm just going to do what I can today. And what I can today may only be 7 to 10 minutes, but at least I won't beat myself up tomorrow because I didn't do anything. And then the next day you'll do more based on the amount of time you have or how you're feeling. But the goal is just to do something, like, do something with your kids, play with your kids, dance with your kids, dance in the mirror, find one of those 10-minute workouts I talked about. Just do something. So that way, every single day, you are still committing to yourself in some way, shape, or form as being a person who is active, a person who is fit, and a person who cares about their health. So that's how you, stay motivated when you get in a rut. And then also, too, just there's tons of fitness pages out there. I swear there's so many that I find daily that get me motivated, and you start following all those accounts, and when they start popping up on your feed and you're just sitting on the couch doing nothing and you see them like working out to your favorite song, that will motivate you to get up and do a little something. So yeah.
Very true. Very true. Yeah. So how can our followers join Pretty Girl Sweat? Do you just sign up? Is it like a weekly newsletter, a daily motivation? How do we, other than, I get the text message part, but, how do we feel like we became part of this community? So,
well, number one, follow us on social media, Pretty Girl Sweat, because we post every single day, 3 times a day. And, we're in there, especially me, I'm in there like responding to comments. I just love this. We call it a sweat sisterhood. I love the sweat sisterhood so much because everyone is hilarious. I love when I hear or when I see a comment that's like, girl, you really want us to do this many today? I'm like, yes, this many. It's just so much fun bantering back and forth. So that's number one, do that. You can also, like I said earlier, text us at 404-737-3254. So that's 404-737-3254. And then we send motivation that way as well, straight to your phone. You can join our email list too at prettygirlsweat.com. That's how you receive our sweat drop email that has tons of motivation packed all inside of it to keep you motivated. We have, city captains, and we also have ambassadors who are with Pretty Girl Sweat. So that's how you get more involved with us on a deeper level. And then you become a voice for PGS. So, we have monthly conference calls where we get to know each other better, play fun games, and kind of update each other on our health journeys, and also what's going on with our specific PGS chapters.
Okay. And
we also host really cool experiences. Before they were pretty much all in person, but now we're doing virtual experiences where we team up with who we feel are like the most fun trainers, known to man, known to woman. And we introduce them to our audience, and we, you know, have a blast doing that. And then once we, you know, things get back to normal, we'll be bringing Pretty Girl Sweat Fest back, which is our annual fitness festival. It is so much fun. We gather like over 1,000 women together to sample the coolest workouts, to the best music, and there's like healthy food there and cool brands that we partner with for it. So it's just the ultimate Sweat Sisterhood festival. It's just like you are really kicking it with just the most incredible women, and there's such of energy. It's just so much fun. I can't even, it's just amazing. It's like, you have to be there.
So we got to figure out a way to collab.
Yes.
I'll put on my thinking cap because June we talk about fitness from a hair fitness perspective, but we include a lot of fit tips. We've partnered with Follow the Lita. Lita is a really cool friend of mine, you know, brand friend, industry friend. We've partnered with like Performance Temple because she has amazing like the bands that you can hook onto doors and the oils and stuff like that. So we've had some really, really interesting partnerships. And I think June would be really cool if we could find some of your chapters and really encourage some of our women. You know, I bund it just for you because I don't want, you know, women are like, oh, my hair. And then I wear my hair straight a lot. It's actually curly. I know it looks like it's not because I brushed it with gel to death. But I usually wear it straight a lot. But I also bun it straight and just work out, or I throw a loose pony on top with a headband or something like that. So I don't want our beauty routines to impede our health goals. So June is a month where we focus on that a lot. Jasmine is a runner. She's a founder of Eden. Her birthday's in June. So we try to have a lot of fun about when you're celebrating yourself, like refresh your goals for fitness, for healthy hair, for a healthy body. So all of those things. So yeah, I think.
And I learned that Jasmine also played basketball. So now I'm like, love her even more now. Cause I'm like, girl, me and basketball go hand in hand. So I'm like,
and you're in Atlanta. She went to school in Atlanta, so she loves to get back there. You know, hopefully in June, some more of the world will be vaccinated. It will be a safer time to travel. I plan to start traveling again at some point this year, hopefully. I'm most concerned more about my kids than I am myself. You know, I'd like to, as you say, be around for them. So I would love that. So everyone who's on here, stay tuned. I feel like Aeshia, did I say it right?
You got it, girl.
Girl Sweat. And I have to thank Brianna Arps for even introducing me to Pretty Girl Sweat from a while back. She was like, you don't know her? I was like, no. You know, let me make sure you know her. So I'm following you, being all nosy, like, oh, this is cute. I like it. So I'm not going to hold you for much longer. I didn't see a lot of questions. People pretty much probably put them in the comments, and then my team shoots me this nice long message so I can cover them. But I do think, you know, there's an opportunity. We'll definitely share the 26-day challenge, and then we'll send that out via our SMS. I think it's probably the better way because then we can actually just point them to signing up directly with you guys. And then we'll have some accountability for it some kind of way. And then we'll look forward to doing some collabs in June. I think that's going to be fun. It gives us enough time to plan and set it up. I get to talk to you again in a few weeks on Sunday.
Yes, I'm so excited.
But listen, so my team gave me a pin something. Let me see. They said, ask her about sweat makes sense. So tell me about that. I want to know about it because I especially if I feel like it's a philanthropic arm of the organization. Okay. So we're big with community and big with amplifying voices in our community and recycling our dollars. So let's talk about it.
So even going back to your other question, how Pretty Girl Sweat got started, this is all because of Michelle Obama. Yes, absolutely.
But she wanted to get the kids moving, right? That was her whole thing. Get them moving and then grow a garden. Okay.
Exactly. Right. Okay. So I'm a former television producer. I caught wind of the Let's Move campaign, and I was like, we got to do something. We have to help out. Right. So I'm like, you know what? We need to make fitness fun, especially for younger kids, and specifically for like teenage girls, because a lot of programs are for really young kids, and then, you know, adults can kind of navigate their own health journey. But I felt like with teenagers, there was like a missing program for them. And so I was backstage at a concert, and I ran into who's now a good friend of mine, Carrie Hilson, singer.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were talking backstage, and she, you know, is a former swimmer. She played basketball. She did all these sports, as did I growing up. And we were talking about how important of a role it played in making us the women that we are today. So I was like, I want to do an event that supports the First Lady, and I want to make sure that it's so much fun that the girls who come don't even realize they're working out. Like, we're going to just trick them. They're going to come to think they're just going to hang out with Carrie Hilson. And she was like, that's such a good idea. Just tell me when and I'll be there. So she kept her promise, and she flew from Atlanta, Georgia to New York. I was in New York at the time. And she hosted the very first Pretty Girl Sweat experience.
I love it. I love that.
Yes. So we had 100 girls like packed into this auditorium, and we had them doing everything from like relay races to like learning dance moves to her song Pretty Girl Rock. We had them doing like modeling, like we had them doing like straight up double dutch, all kinds of things that didn't really seem like it was a workout. And they had a blast. And from that moment on, I knew we were onto something, because I started getting calls from people saying, okay, well, when's the next event? You know, or when, you know, how can I buy that t-shirt? Or, you know, how do I bring that program to our school? I think our students would respond to that. So that's kind of how Sweat Makes Sense all came about. You know, it's our 501c3 nonprofit where we can raise money to bring cool programs like that to not only, you know, middle schools, but high schools. And then also we train health leaders at college campuses across the country. Yeah. Our goal is to get them to be healthy and active and confident before they transition into adulthoods. So that way they can lead healthy households. You know, if we can get to them at this very important transformational part of their lives, like we could really do something big for childhood obesity. Because I started realizing, like, the more we worked with really young people, we would give them all this information, we would have them working out, and then they would go back home, and if their parents weren't on board, everything would get undone. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, well, we need to kind of get to an audience that has a little bit of freedom, right? They can make their own decisions, but they're also in a very stressful part of their lives right now, obviously with being in school, and also there's tons of distractions when it comes to being a college student. So whether it's, you know, partying, or, you know, being around drinking, or the CAF doesn't have like the best food options, we're like, this is an audience we need to be around. So it worked. I mean, so many students across the country, we've trained like over 25,000 students to be health leaders on their campus. They're running mini Pretty Girl Sweat events on their campus every single week. Now they're doing it virtually, which I'm so proud of them. I mean, it's incredible how they are using the power of Zoom to get their peers active, and also to stay connected. They are doing like mental health workshops, cooking classes, all kinds of things to kind of, you know, use fitness and wellness as a social experience for their peers. So that's what we do with Sweat Makes Sense. And all of our events, we donate a portion of the proceeds to our nonprofit, our apparel sales, like, you know, this cool little sweatshirt I'm wearing right here. All the, you know, we have 10% of the proceeds going to this charity. And then we're also donating to other charities who do similar work. So we donate to like Girls on the Run. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but they have run clubs for young girls all across the country. And I love the work that they're doing. So we try to help out as much as we can with like the local chapter here, and donate to them, as well as like step teams. If there's like local step teams, or Rashawn Ali has a really cool program called Sporty Girls Inc. And we love like supporting them too. So that's what we do with Sweat Makes Sense. And it is definitely a labor of love. We love it.
I love that. So we're going to do even more. I am going to add you guys to our Eating Black Fridays in June, since we're focused on fitness. If you guys haven't seen it, every Friday we support and shout out or amplify a Black-owned business. And so we're going to add you to our June lineup. Very exciting. We are committed to do this all 52 Fridays.
Wow.
So it's a big undertaking, but people have really been generous about tagging brands they want us to notice, and our team is committed to finding those brands, right? So even starting next month, Jasmine has like a founder favorites, so she's even sharing the things that she buys and the things that she started to recycle her dollars in the community with. So I'm excited to add you to our June lineup. In fact, you just gave me an idea for one of our Fridays in June, which is to find organizations like Pretty Girl Sweat who have a foundation or a 501c3 associated with it, so that we're able to give back through our Eden Black Fridays and, you know, really help get the word out to our audience, which helps to complement your efforts and amplify your voices. So I'm excited. Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's awesome. This speaks volumes to Eden and how you're supporting other businesses, you know, paying it forward. Paying it forward.
Paying it forward. You know, my personal platform is always, you know, living your purpose, follow your passions, and pay it forward. So I have those 3 P's, like purpose, passion, and pay it forward. And I live by those, and I have an opportunity, or I work in an environment where that is celebrated, you know, and I'm allowed the freedom to really be me and to do the things that matter to me in the job that I work. So I love that too. So I've had a great time getting to learn more about you and PrettyGirlsSweat. Any final comments you want our audience to know?
I just want you all to take some time for yourself every single day. Mm-hmm. And that time may not only just be to work out, but just take some time to just do something that you want to do. I know we can get caught up in serving others every single day, whether you are a mother, a student, if you're a father and you're tuning in, we find ourselves always doing something for other people and not taking time for ourselves. So just do a little something for you, you know, read a book, yep. Do nothing. Have a seat, you know, drink a cup of tea, do something for you every single day that's going to make you happy, because if you do that, you're going to make other people happy because you're going to be a happier person.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Maybe we can do a collab and do some giveaways on our platforms. Reward some of these 26-day women.
Yes.
After it's over, it'll be early spring. So we can give away some great hair care products, and we can purchase some of your shirts or make a donation to your 501c3 so that we're able to, you know, reward them with the gear and the gear.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So, okay, everybody, here's the truth right here. Don't pour from an empty cup, right? So working on your outer body helps your inner body. But also remember, you need rest, you need to eat right, all these things. And plus, if you want to have glowing skin like Aeshia, I mean, she's doing something right. The girl is all beautiful up in here, glowing, sexual chocolate right now. So make sure you're following PrettyGirlsSweat. I pinned the number at the bottom of the screen. We'll be sharing it in one of our text messages to our subscribers from our community. I'll see if the girls can put it in stories as well, just as a reminder over the next few days that it's never too late to start a good habit. Just never too late. People always like, oh, I didn't do it in January. I'm like, why does your year have to start in January? Maybe your year starts March 12th. Who knows when your year starts, but the sooner you start, the better. So I encourage every single one of you to follow PrettyGirlsSweat, get involved in that community. I love when working out, and right now I can't even imagine how beneficial working out is for mental health during this pandemic. It's absolutely crazy, but give your body the fighting chance to be very, very strong, both outside and inside. So, all right. Thank you, lady.
You're so welcome. And anybody that does text us for Fab Ab February, make sure you use the words FAB, F-A-B. You text that word, the letters FAB, because that way it'll put you into that community. So that way we know to send you messages every single day.
All right, y'all. Y'all heard it here. FAB. Text it to, and I pinned it at the bottom, 404-737-3254. I love how you know that number. I'm still trying to learn our Eden text number. So guess what? The next time I do it live, I'm going to say text Eden at.
You know what? I'm not even going to act like I knew it. Look. I keep it 100.
That's a true entrepreneur. I have mad notes all the time everywhere. And people are, I got stickies. Look, I got my questions here. Look, my laptop is open with the questions because I'm not playing. I want y'all to know I'm trying to be as professional as possible. Like, I want y'all to get the message and get it good. I don't want you to be distracted by all my nonsense. So I appreciate that. That's what I'm going to do. Put that little sticky right here on the wall. I'm going to say text Eden too.
Yep. Just put it up there until you remember.
I got you. All right, girl. Well, have a great evening. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Take care.
Right, take care.
Bye.